Casemiro. Remember him? We've missed him. And let's be honest with ourselves, we've really missed him. We've basically been relying on an 18-year-old kid who, as good as he looks, is an 18-year-old kid, not Casemiro, man. The guy, when he's been playing at his best in a United shirt, which he's done. Okay, he didn't start this season very well, but no. We have seen him put in some serious performances for United. Looks like he's just about to come back from injury. And with Martinez back in the mixer as well, United are starting to look like what we're meant to have on paper. He's been training with the team for a little while. And it looked like we're managing him back into match fitness, which could really benefit us in the long run. There's been a lot of talk about him in his absence, so I thought, let's have a look at 5 things we can expect from Casemiro being back in a Manchester United shirt. Number 1, questions to be asked and critics to be silenced. As with any player returning from injury, there will be questions. Is he going to return to the same level? Are they going to slot straight back into the side? Now, he's got to silence the doubters. And obviously he's got that in his locker, and he's done it since minute 1 of joining United. Remember the steady Eddie comments and all that sort of stuff? This dude put in some serious performances, and when United was ticking last season, and we were, man, we went on a run where we won 27 of 30 home games that we were undefeated in, drew 3. Like, obviously it started a bit rough, and it kicked off this season a little bit rough as well, but we went through a serious spell, a record-breaking spell. Partially the reason for that, Casemiro. Now, it's a real tough ask for him to just step back in and get us back to the level we were playing at last year, because Bruno's off the boil, Rashford's off the boil. There's other players that haven't quite hit the expectation that we set for them. But this is a guy that can take a game by the scruff of the neck and put us back exactly where we were before, but where he was before. And I don't think his age is an issue for him. 2, stability and goals. Now, this isn't to say that he's always the calm-headed veteran. He's got a red card in him. Don't necessarily mind that. But the way he sees the game of football is like... It's unlike anybody else in the squad. He is elite. And I expect stability to ooze back into Manchester United's play, especially defensively. You bring Martinez back in, we level up instantly with Lisandro Martinez. And guess what? You put Casemiro in front of him, we've leveled up again. I think Casemiro alongside Kobe Mainoo, I am watering at the mouth for that. I can't wait to see those two partnered and playing together. And the best thing about those two playing together, they're going to shoo Bruno up the pitch, where Bruno might be able to start being effective again, because Bruno's been having to come so far deep to help protect us and work hard in defence, because we've been getting carved open because of the Casemiro-shaped hole in central midfield. Now, arguably, he's not really got the legs to do it on his own. But the reading of the game, the physical qualities, the passing ability, it will definitely relieve pressure on those behind him. And I can't wait to see what Kobe Mainoo picks up from playing alongside him. And he brings goals with him. He's really got an eye for a quick, direct forward pass. Marcus Rashford being a big beneficiary of a lot of those last season. And boy, does he need some of them again this season. But it ain't just him up there that'll benefit from that. Højlund will pick up on those as well, because he makes the same sort of runs forward. You can also literally see headers from corners coming again. Remember those? He's a threat. He's an asset defensively, and he is a threat going forward with the ball or finishing off a set play. He's a player that you don't want to match up against. You know, he's scored 11 goals in 63 games, which is bloody good for a number 6. Hey everyone, our sponsor Surfshark has partnered with us to bring you this video. Surfshark is a top-tier VPN virtual private network that is here to ensure the security of your online identity by encrypting all the data flowing between your device and the internet. This ensures your personal information is shielded from any questionable online characters and major corporations. What's more, Surfshark has the ability to change your IP address, making it seem like you are enjoying a cuppa from a different location around the world. Surfshark sets your internet free by unlocking restricted websites and sidestepping geo restrictions. Adjust your virtual location to tap in and open up content libraries and streaming services from hundreds of different nations like BBC, iPlayer, Netflix, and more. It's got 3,200 servers spanning over 100 countries. Surfshark is going to empower you to access sports streaming exclusive to certain regions. And when you're streaming movies, safeguard your online identity with Surfshark's Clean Web feature. It puts the kibosh on ads, on malware, on phishing attempts, and ensures a safe and secure streaming experience. Enjoy the convenience of using a single account across a multiple array of devices, including phones and laptops. And if you're interested in checking it out, get an exclusive Surfshark deal. Enter the promo code Howson, that's HOWSON, to go up to 6 additional months for free at surfshark.deals/Howson. Or you can follow the link in the description, take advantage of this offer. And Surfshark is going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy, you don't have to keep it. And there's absolutely zero risk to trying. Number 3, a process. Now, it obviously would be the dream for Casemiro to come straight back in and just start bossing midfields. But I think there'll be a process to it. If anyone can hit the ground running, it should be him. And the couple of weeks he's had off, you hope has got him back to some sort of fitness, because fitness in the past, I think, has been the concern. He does seem to put a bit of weight on the face when he has a couple of weeks off. Things looked rough at the start of the season prior to his injury. Maybe that was a hint that Casemiro needed a little bit of an adjustment period before he really started to kick into gear. I'm hoping that we've managed this back properly, because with Casemiro in midfield, he's one of the best midfielders in the league, and we need that. Number 4, no McTominay. So, yeah, McTominay scores goals, but he isn't good enough to occupy that role. Simple as that. And the goals he scored, let's be honest, they've dried up as well. Casemiro's return probably put Scott McTominay firmly back on the bench. And I would imagine Casemiro keeps that spot, and it's only injuries that are going to stop him playing every minute of every game, I would imagine, especially with us not being involved in European competition. United are probably going to be just playing the one game a week, and I think Casemiro can manage that. I think that was where the wheels came off a little bit towards the back end of last season, and I think that rolled into the start of this season. But one game a week, I think you could easily see Casemiro just playing every single one of those. Now, they are different players completely. And I think it'll 100% look like night and day once we start getting him on the pitch again. McTominay just does not have the ability to read a game. He isn't proactive off the ball, in and out of possession. He just can't do what Casemiro can do. And that's probably a good thing for us that Casemiro's coming back. And number 5, midfield options. When you look at the midfield options that United have got at our disposal, you could say that the season really should start getting going. There is a ton of potential setups that Ten Hag can choose from, and there's a huge likelihood that Casemiro probably fits into all of them. You could see Eriksen reuniting with Casemiro and Bruno again, like they did really effectively. As I've mentioned already, I can't wait to see Mainu and Casemiro lining up as a 2. But do you remember we signed a player for 65 million in the summer called Mason Mount? And if you forgot, you can be forgiven for forgetting, because he's done fuck all in a United shirt so far. But with Mason Mount slotting in there once he comes back from injury, you might start to see some real potential options for United. But I think the biggest question is what happens with Kobbie Mainoo, because I think he's the man that has taken a lot of Casemiro's duties, and I think that both of them playing together is a possibility. And I would like to see just how stable that United midfield could be. Yes, it probably lacks the metronomic passing of a Toni Kroos or the magic of a Modric, where Casemiro could just sit at the base and just pass those two the ball. It's totally different. It's a lot more workmanlike. But you've still got a massive creative outlet in Bruno. And if you give Bruno the freedom to just go and create, and these two are going to, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out. You just go up there and make something happen and score some goals. Even like just a little bit better defensively and a little bit better going forward could be enough to just start swinging draws and losses into wins. And that's all we're looking for. Kobbie's the real deal, and I think he's almost made himself undroppable, certainly in my eyes. You may agree or you may disagree. Will he link up with Casemiro? What an experience that's going to be, and what a learning curve that could be for Kobbie Mainoo. But what a potent duo this could be. And do you know what? A game's a little bit stale. Well, who looks like they're the fresher out of Kobbie and Casemiro? Kobbie looks like he's faded a bit. Okay, no problem. He's had a good game. Whip him off. Let's bring Mason Mount on. Casemiro, you just sit a little bit now for us, and Mason Mount and Bruno are going to try and force something and make a goal up at the top. Options, something we've not had for the longest time. Can't wait to see how it shakes out. Let me know in the comments. What's your thoughts? I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.